And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Being chased out left. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Watching now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is fielded inside the 5. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamison Crowder, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And a rout is on here in this first half. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Throwing on third and long. Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, look at 56.
Now Jackson on second down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A right side catch by Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Come back! Richmond!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Target! Black 99, feel it! Target! Richmond!
On 1st down, Watson. He's got his man in the crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Watson now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come back! Richmond! Come back!
Now Watson to throw again. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, team. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Green 39! Let's go, D. Tighten up. All right, now, lucky 56. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
319!
From the gun, Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Jackson now looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. Underneath, this is Bernard. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens get a bit closer. What a grab, what a single-handed grab by A.J. Green. I'll tell you, gloves or no gloves, that was impressive.
It really was, and let's face it, anyone who's throwing the ball to A.J. Green is going to put it up there for him. They don't care if he goes up two-handed or one-handed, as we just saw there. They expect him to come down with the ball in a fight with a defensive back, and A.J. Green does it as well as anyone. Knows how to maneuver his body in the air and has the strength to haul it in one-handed, as we just saw.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Watson. This one caught by Crowder. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Bengals... And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And now here come the Ravens. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jackson on first down. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jackson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, this is Montgomery, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson to throw on second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Watson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Watson just beating the play clock. And a quick throw here, that's complete. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ballgame and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Reset.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamison Crowder, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And caught right side, Green. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Forced out to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And the pitch goes to Mixon. Open space inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, you know, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Caught left side to Crabtree. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamison Crowder, 30 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And he'll bang that one through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They toss to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. throwing now. Watson. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Jackson now. And the pressure gets to him again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. I got him. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. They listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for two up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for two late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you...
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Go!
bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even tweet that, I don't want none of it. Mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy.